Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Married at First Sight All-Star Married at First Sight panel. I'm Glenn from Jack and Glenn. I got Jack with me. We got Tommy from August Love Story. Tommy, what's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? Just
Man,
here.
nothing much, man. This season of Married at First Sight, I can't say it's not the best season I've ever seen. Some people say it's the worst, but I keep tuning in every week, and I'm trying to start question my decisions.
That's exactly how I feel too. Cause I'm like, I'm pushing through. Basically, I've never had to push through an episode, a season of Married at First Sight because they all have their own thing, right? But this one just has been truly boring to me.
Mm-hmm. It's the
Truly,
same thing every week. It's like they really had to pull characters out, right, or pull storylines out to
yeah,
make it go. You got Cameron now. When we were starting, you got Cameron saying he didn't mind going back with well, he would say yes on decision day. We got Brennan trying to be nice because his girl is sick. You got Becca wanting to have sex with her husband, and he ain't trying to go down that road. You got Lauren and the old boy. What's his name? Orion, who's been separated since 14 days, and they try to make a story out of that. Then you got my girl Chloe, who told dude after they get back off the retreat, yo, I think I want to go home. I want to be with you. Basically, what she
yeah,
said is, I need some space. I need some time. I need to
yeah.
be where I'm at. Right? There's a lot. There's a lot going on here in this episode, and none of it's intriguing. That want to keep me going every week because some of these people are lying. That's
hmm
what I'm saying. Like some of these line and production is making them kind of force feed them to stay where they're at. So, man, let's go Chloe and Michael, man, because I want to ask you the question about Chloe and Michael.
All right.
And we know we didn't come last week. Hey, Tommy, you got any friends that got a man skirt?
Nah, like that's like man, when she like saw him with that skirt on, she was like, "What have I agreed to?"
She
Like
did.
that messed her up, and I was like, I don't know how I would respond to that either. That's a lot because you try to be progressive, right? And you're thinking like, hey, these gender roles, we gonna erase these gender roles, but a skirt is a skirt. And like yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one there. So no, I don't own a skirt or know any men that own a skirt, and it doesn't. I don't think it makes you more of a man or less of a man to wear a skirt. But I had an issue of him talking about the things that he wanted to do, like wearing her stuff. Like those are I want to borrow your pearls and all this and all that. I was like, bro, you can't just come out with it like that, man. Like if you want to wear her earrings, it's just like let me hop these in real quick, or wear her necklace or something like that. Don't like you giving her too much all at one time. You trying to get this girl to like you, man. So, but yeah, to answer your question, no, I don't. Nor I have a friend that wears a skirt, and I don't want to say nothing wrong with it, but it's awkward. It's awkward. Would it be more acceptable if it was a kilt? I personally don't think that's the first thing I thought about was it being a kilt, but I don't know a man that wears kilts except Roddy Piper, but that was a gimmick. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's one of the reasons why I said I don't think it's I don't find it an issue, but it's like in this in this instance, it's kind of like, bro, you coming on too strong. He's back here somewhere. I don't know where he's messing with the light. I done set the mood and
Yeah. Now,
mess.
now you find I have no problem with a kilt, right? Piper's might with a gimmick. It might be real life, right? And I don't even have a problem with him wearing it. I have a problem with him acting like it doesn't affect his wife and her not communicating,
Right.
right? Right. If it affects your wife and this is your wife, there's some adjustments you might want to make sure she feel comfortable. Like he didn't ease her into the society, ease her into the situation. What he did was it's like throwing a kid into a pool and I'm trying to get them to swim. He
Mm-hmm.
threw her into this pool of his lifestyle and she wasn't ready. And so when they get back off the honeymoon, that's why she's saying, look, we've been through a lot lately, right? We've been through this honeymoon. We went from the honeymoon, stayed home a day or two. We went straight to the retreat. And now I need a break. I need a moment. I need a sign. I need some time. And like me and Jack says all the time, we talked about it a little bit. I don't think people should be able to get a break, right? I think when you say you're married at first sight and you guys go home, I think the option of you going back to your house, option that's not real marriage, right?
Nah,
That's not real. That's not real marriage. What part of the experiment is this that they get to go home, work this bad boy out? Let's make some good TV. And I think that was the issue with me, and it hurt his feelings, man. This dude, and she got to realize this is what I think she was really insensitive at. This the dude that got left at the altar. Right? He got left at the altar, and now you talking about going home. That's very
I
insensitive.
never, I never thought about that at
Yeah, I
all.
like like you already
Wow.
heard. Like, how is he gonna feel? He got left at the altar. He ain't been married 14 days yet, and now I'm telling him I need a break and go home. Like
Yeah.
you, it's not like you didn't know he was left at the altar. You knew he was left at the altar. So now, bruh hurt. He hurt again.
He like I man, I'm glad y'all say that. I didn't even think about that, but the way that he agreed with her was like, yeah, we have been through a lot. Yeah, you can, yeah, that would be a good idea, even though it's hurt. It's like you have to be honest with yourself right then and there and be honest with her. Hey, I get that you're trying to do that and that's what you want to do, but also we need to be in this thing together. We need, like, if you like, you go to your corner, I go to my corner, and then we'll meet up at dinner. I think she was gone for a week, and he was like, had to just felt like he had to just be okay with that. And somebody should have came in and said, hey, you don't have to be okay with that. And it's okay to let her know that you're not okay with that. That's an issue. And but his friends, I think they talked to his friends this episode was the friends episode, right? And they said that's the behavior that he would, that's him. And so I look at that as being like, yeah, that's a little weird too, to me.
That's weird to me too, man. That's not. I'm not gonna co-sign on that, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna share. It seems like he does things to appease her, and he's always the happy-go-lucky guy. And even she said it like, "This can't be true. This can't because he's always saying the right things." And I've never met anybody that open-minded, right? He's that. If you hurt, then say you hurt. If my feelings are bruised, let my feeling be bruised. Because to me, people leaving you, they escape. She's just like, you're doing too much. I'm bouncing, right? I need a break. It hurts. And be honest, it hurt my feelings when you left. Not that
yeah,
we can sit down. Oh, I agree. Yeah, I think we have been through a lot. But how about we've been through a lot? Can we work it out here? Like, do you go share go in the extra bedroom, share some space,
right,
go over here, but please don't go home.
right.
That's just
I
my
don't,
thought.
I don't get the overwhelming part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get what's like, what's so overwhelming. You just went on vacation and you're coming back, and the first thing you're like, I need to. No, they went to a retreat. What?
Mm-hmm.
Article said a brother in my house with a skirt is overwhelming. Y'all forgive me too, because Quad is right here playing with this airplane too.
No, you good,
And I
man.
know y'all can hear it. But like, just like, please explain the overwhelming part to me, because life can be overwhelming, but it's like you should like, you signed up for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen season 17. You've seen 16 seasons
Mm-hmm.
of Married at First Sight. Well, I give them this. You've seen 15 seasons of Married at First Sight. You signed up for it. What are
Mm-hmm.
you overwhelmed from? You
Mm-hmm.
know,
I
I
guess,
feel bad for Mike in that instance. Go ahead, Jackie. I'm sorry.
yeah. And then I just wonder, like, if this wasn't Married at First Sight, how would you be in a regular relationship? Like, when those people that's like that, I'm like, I understand it's Married at First Sight. You're getting a whole lot at the same time.
Hmm.
But ultimately, the space that you're in is where you would be if you got married, regularly met somebody and dated them and, courted or whatever, got engaged and got married. So, would you do that if it was the regular way you go about marriage? I'm like, she's like, I'm such a severely introverted person, and he's so extroverted, and I was just like, so I'm trying to figure out, is it just because it's the Married at First Sight way, or because you're gonna be around your spouse in a regular marriage, you're gonna be around your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, hey, newsflash, that's why you get married, because you want to be around this person all the time. So these people, that's what's throwing me on Married at First Sight too. You don't get married to be around somebody all the time. I'm confused.
I don't
She'd
get
rather
it.
be out. She'd rather hang out with her gay friend and her dogs.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. It's like, go check on your dogs. Bring your dogs here. But if you're so overwhelmed, explain what's overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that bothers me. I'm so overwhelmed. What's so overwhelmed? What are you doing to, like? Because I think she left for a week or a few days. It was like, it wasn't, I'll be back tomorrow.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was a few days.
It was a few days to a week.
Yeah, something like that. And so I'm like, why? Like, okay, y'all have that. Like, I don't know how much time they have, but
I think I have some extra time than everybody else.
Okay, regularly you have 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that they have 8 weeks. They got a little extra time, you say, but I ain't sure it's 8 weeks. So you want to actually spend time with the person that you can. Like, if you need to go to work, or just, hey, I'm gonna take this day and go, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, take the day, go do what you got to do, come back, and we kind of chit chat about what we're doing. But it's like, man, I don't know. That just truly bothered me a lot. And she was like, I just want to go with my dogs and my cat. But then it came back good. So seemingly it worked. So I don't know.
Yeah. What I was gonna say real quick on After Party, Michael talked about the dog thing. So it's like, I think part of it is they can't have but so many animals there. But the other thing is, one of her other animal is a pit bull. And so I guess it's a little more stringent depending on the kind of dog you have for why she couldn't bring him there. But still, somebody said in the chat, you'd rather check on your dog than your spouse. Like, come on. And somebody else said too, they aren't doing a very good job of vetting these people. That's the kind of stuff you need to find out. Are you okay with being around somebody 24/7? This is like a 24/7 thing. When you get back to your apartment, you're gonna go to work and stuff, but other than that, you're going to be with this person.
Yeah.
Like you said, we went through all these seasons. You don't know that's how it works.
Like, nothing should be surprising at this point.
No.
I wanted to see kind of talk about what Chocolate Queen was talking about. It's like the people in the space, like when you, like, for us, right? It's like we're around each other all the time, but when we need our space, we go to our separate corners. Like, I'll go outside and do something, or sit down and watch it. Like, literally, I watched Avatar on Netflix and folded clothes, and basically was in my own little world. She did her thing, the kids did their thing. Ain't nobody bothering me. But that's the type of peace you get, and that's you figure that part out. Like, Artika is a person that needs space sometimes, and I be like, man, leave. Like, go to the store, go do something, but go to your corner, and I don't know. I can't hear you if you're saying something.
There we go.
Got it.
Okay.
You could unmute for a minute.
Yeah.
Look, I was man, I hope they ain't saying nothing to me, because I can't.
No, you get
nothing profound.
Right. When we do the same thing, though, I'll come up into the office, I'll watch a movie, get on my computer, Jack me downstairs, grading the students, whatever the case may be. We have that space, but then we still come together, and it's love. You gotta have that. But I think, what gets me about this show and about your newlyweds, right? You knew what this was gonna be. You got on here, right? But Tommy, the thing is, you're not even 14 days in, and you want to break, right? How do you do in a real relationship? Like, do you get that break? I know you can, because you go home every night. But in this case, you signed up for the experiment. So take on the experiment, go to the extra bedroom, stay in the same place with them. That's why I take my hat off to couple. What was it? Gina and what's his name?
Clint.
Gina and Clint.
Yeah.
They already knew. All right, we're not going to each other's spots. We're just going to stay here. and you sleep in this room, you stay in that room, and we'll be friends. Let it be what it is, but at least we're gonna stay in the same space. She tried to go home, but came back.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is just work the experiment. Like, what did you get from meeting with your friend and we're going to see your dog? I think, Mom, put your dog in the vet for like 2 weeks or whatever case may be.
In a
kennel, doggy hotel, as you call it, and go visit, right? And go visit and come back, or with a family member or a friend. You're trying to find a husband, right? That dog ain't gonna last. Well, it shouldn't last as long as that husband. Depends on how, depends on how long you had your dog. But again, those are type of things that people have to think about me going in. And I think Chloe didn't think this thing through all the way. And I think Michael's being so much of an extrovert has really threw her off her kilter, because we talk about, she had a list of what she thought her man was going to be. Mm-hmm. She kind of looked the pill. She wants a conservative type dude to be around her. She wants somebody who's not flashy. She wants a conservative guy, and she didn't get a conservative guy. She got a guy in my opinion, that the places that she go, she can't take.
Yeah. I hear you 100%. I'm with you on that one.
Without there being question asked, he doesn't fit the billing of where she's from. Mm-hmm. Now she talked about being down in NSYNC and all this type of parties. She seemed like she comes from. He's not. He doesn't fit. His money may fit there, right?
Yeah.
But his look does not fit in those places.
Because she pretty much dragged him. She dragged him in the previous episode. She kept saying, a guy that appeals to his feminine side. I'm not used to feminine side.
Why not?
I was like, good Lord.
She's not used to dating that person, but you have a gay friend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He attracts to his feminine side. He's to his feminine side. So you're around that. You just don't want that to be your man.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, be open and say, I don't want my man to be as feminine as me.
And see, that's an interesting take too, man, because it's like, you think about it. We talk about it because I feel like the gender roles thing that comes up in their relationship because of Michael, and it's like you want to. It's certain things that men are going to do, certain things that women are going to do, just naturally, right? Because our body types are different, right? But it's like a feminine side is only a thing that a person likes to does. Mm-hmm. Like it's not a true feminine thing to wearing dresses, because I think wearing the skirt, that's a feminine item, but it's not a thing that says only girls can wear. It's clothes. At one point in time, we didn't wear clothes. Everybody just dressed in a toga. One may be one color, the other may be the other color, but it was a dress. But anyway, it's being so caught up on the gender role, I think is gonna hurt them a lot. And she did went at him saying, "Oh, it's so feminine. Oh, it's so feminine." But what if he was raised by all women? I don't know who his background or whatnot, but what if he was raised by all women and that was a norm in his home?
Yeah, I think what I recall, so Michael's father passed away when he was like a teenager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
His father passed away when he was a teenager. But to your point, Tommy, and somebody said this in the chat too, I think the problem is though, because when they went on the Ninja Warrior thing, he's all the conflict that she's having is he is masculine though, but it's the dress. Yeah. It's the dress that's feminine.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if we all saw a guy in the dress,
I mean attire.
Yeah. If we saw a Michael just in our presence, we'll all be freaked out a little bit too. So I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's why, because Sharon, she was very attracted to him. She liked how he did the obstacle course, all like that. And I think if he never ever touched a skirt,
right.
And that's the difference too. We talked about the difference with the kilts. He didn't just let's keep in mind, he didn't just wear the skirt. He also had her pearls on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He wanted to wear her hoop earrings. So that's the difference. When them men that wear them kilts, they ain't wearing no pearls.
Yeah.
They're not wearing pearls. They not wearing cutesy dangly earrings. They might wear some dangly earrings. So I think it's all of it together. She's like, okay, if it was plaid and it was a kilt, she might be okay with some combat boots, in the shorts. But you want to wear the big pearl necklace too, the big gaudy thing. You know what I'm saying?
He's comfortable in his skin. And he's very eccentric, and I guess, and that's what. And there's nothing wrong with him doing that. But his wife can handle it. And I'm gonna put a little bit on Michael too, right? If there's something my wife can't handle and she expresses that to me, I think I would curve my style to appease. And especially in this situation, I would give some take. There kind of has to be a compromise here, right? Not that I'm downplaying who I am, but my wife is not comfortable with that yet. She's not, and so I need to adjust her to that and get her to the place where she's comfortable. And I think that is where she hasn't been able to articulate to him.
That's what I was gonna say.
I like you, I care for you, I think you're handsome, but can you just tone it down just a little bit and work me up to it so I can get it?
Like you said that, Tommy, don't throw it all at her at once.
You can't give her all of it at one time. Wow. It's gonna scare her. You know what I'm saying? You gotta slowly throw it in there. But you have to be. I feel like you have to be 100% yourself, but also you have to understand who you're with. And in this case, they have to understand it quickly, because quickly he had to become a back rubber for her, like everything gonna be okay, you're gonna be all right, we're gonna do this, and stuff like that. But then on the flip, she has to understand Michael is like he's flashy, he's a different breed of guy, he's more feminine than you've dated before. So it's always a compromise there. It's always a give and take. So it's like them coming in just gotta understand, hey, we not gonna get 100% of what we want, but if you give me 75, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna go the extra mile here to get us to 100. So
yeah. So let's I just don't want her to break. I think she's gonna break his heart at the end of all this. I think I think she's gonna break his, at the end of this. I think she's gonna be the one. They're having a good time. I think she's gonna be the one to say, you know what, this is not for me. I can't handle it. I don't know. Maybe a change in a couple of weeks. As of today, I think she'll be like, you know what, this is too much too soon, and he's too good to be true type of deal. Because remember, she's a perfectionist. She likes certain things. No. I don't care. I'm gonna take what they say. Once an alcoholic, always alcoholic. Once a perfectionist, always a perfectionist. You may be recovering, guess what? It's still there. And so she is her perfectionist ways and what it looks like to other people is going to affect their relationship. And in my opinion, let's move on.
Can I say this real quick? But I think most of that too. I think in the end, if she does not stay with him, it's because she's going to realize, maybe I really wasn't ready for marriage. I think that's what it's going to come down to as well. It'll probably be his dress too, and like too much too soon. But I think it's going to come down to she's like, man, I really wasn't ready for marriage. I think,
I think she we got to realize too, this second time she didn't try to get away from him. The first time when they was at dinner, she was like, I don't know if I can do this. Second time, she's like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying to get on out of here. So we just got to pay attention. Third time's you out of there, ain't it?
Yeah, man. Man.
But I mean, her friend gave her some good advice, so it was decent. He told her some good things that she needed to do. Let's get here to I don't know. Let's go here. I think we'll be here for a minute, but we'll stay here. Let's go with Becca and Austin, man. Becca feel like she's rejected every night, Tommy. Every time they're together, they're intimate, she feels rejected. Her biggest thing was they met with Dr. Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper, and they brought up the fact that they had plans when it was on this retreat to do all this, but my boy started fanboying and drunk, got fanboy and drunk. And he wanted to sleep in Von Miller's bed. I mean, that's basically what it is. Yeah, it was. But this is the thing I remembered, and somebody brought him up. He invited her to come sleep with him. She refused to go. So I'm going to ask you guys, do you blame that on him or her? because she wanted to spend time with him. He's like, okay, I'll spend time with you, but let's do it in a different bedroom.
I'm gonna say it's her fault. Just because, well, I'm gonna say both of them. More so hers than his, because he said, "Hey, come with me. I want to sleep over here." He should have been more forthcoming, like, "Hey, I want to sleep over here because you know who house this is. I'm so excited," and explain and stuff like that, so she can understand the thing. Like he's fanning out. Let's let him fan out, do his thing. The biggest issue that they have is that she wants some booty, and he's like, for whatever reason, he's like, nah, I'm not ready yet. And so the part that I remember the most, because I don't think I looked at all of their stuff, um because I'm with everybody else, I'm like, y'all are, this is silly. Like, this is like their whole issue is not about their religion. It's about if they're having sex or not, man. And I get it. I said that before earlier in the season. She's feeling rejected over every night, basically, is being rejected. You know what I'm saying? And he's just like, but I'm not rejecting you. You know, so it's like, it's stupid to me, but um I don't know what else she could do, you know, but cry to the experts and say, "Hey, I'm feeling rejected." And what was her answer to wanting to divorce or be together or something like that? Wasn't that
She
asked
still,
this episode?
yeah, they still want to. She still want to be together, still be with him after they talked it through and walked it through. He made her understand what he was going through, kind of without answering it. I made her understand what she was going through, what he was going through, and it kind of made it kind of resolved it a little bit. She still wants to be married because she's really having a good time. She's enjoying it. Everything is enjoyable except for the fact they're not
Yeah,
doing it in the sheet having sex,
yeah,
and he really can't explain why. And he really don't let anybody say why. I mean, again, I think she wants the explanation why. Like, why is it that you don't love me? Because reject. I think I told Jack it's like a guy who's married, maybe married, or most time you see this with guys. They're married and it's been a long day, and or his wife had a long day, and he's asking like, yo, let's have sex, and she's like no, and then she kept saying tomorrow's no, I got a headache, no, I've been with the kids all day, no, I've been doing this, and eventually in your mind is like, dang, is it me? Right?
yeah,
And people begin to think that. So that's where the place she's at. Like, okay, what is it? Is it me? Do I not appeal to you anymore? Do
hmm,
I not know? Do I not is my body messed up? Do you not like looking at me? Do you not like touching me? And this is the way that she showed love. And Jackie had to remind me, they did say she was hypersexual, right? Like
mm,
when her thing, she is hypersexual. So again, she's a hypersexual person who likes that, and you're not trying to give any hypersexual activity towards her. But again, you're poking the bear because you're doing other things.
yeah, yeah,
Y'all doing all this other stuff, but you're just not going all the way. And now she's questioning the relationship because, hey, you're not giving me what I'm asking for.
yeah. You're
And,
not
and, and
giving
we
me
have
what I
we have
need.
opportunity in space. Yeah, what I need. We have opportunity in space. But
Mm,
again, you want to go sleep in a man's bedroom. I get sick. I mean, let's be honest. This is what happened. The story goes like this: he wanted to sleep in another man's bedroom the first night. He gets drunk. He goes over there. Then the next couple nights, she's sick,
yeah, yeah.
right, and can't enjoy it. And then the next night, you're ready to go home.
Mm,
Like you wasted opportunity, time, and space because of
to play
your
in that man.
fanboys, and she wasted opportunity and space. Not that she can control her sickness. We know she gets sick all the time. Not all the time, but she gets sick. She's right. But y'all wasted space and opportunity. This should have been a weekend where he said, yeah, okay, who house? He should have laid up with her. He should have cuddled her. He should have hung out. Even if she was sick, right? Go lay in the bed with her, cuddle up with her. We just gonna be sick together this weekend because I'm gonna lay in the bed with you. And I told
Yeah,
Jack from the episode he missed the opportunity when they made up, quote unquote, when it was at the retreat. That was space and opportunity right there. So when you get to Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal, and this conversation is unfolding, he's looking bad because
mhm,
he's not understanding the needs of his wife. And she had to say, what if this was reversed, where she wasn't giving it to him when he wanted it?
We would be like, we would, our reaction to it would be different. Our reaction would be, he just needs to wait. He just needs to wait. But it's like this. It's so stupid to me. Like, I'm like, bruh, just tell her. Like, that's the thing that bothers me the most. You've had all these opportunities that y'all could have did what you needed to do, but you chose not to. Just tell her why, so it stopped coming up. Like, that's the simple right. Like Sharon said, we wouldn't be saying nothing because she's the woman. Like, I don't know why it's like that, but it's true.
That's the same thing I said. That's the same thing I said. If the shoe was on the other foot and it was the woman taking her time, it would be like, doggone it, we've had couples like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm going to move at her pace. But when the guy is moving slow, we want him, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I still think he likes her. But it's the fact that she's so, again, let's flip it. She's so stuck on the sex thing. He said it before. It's other ways to be intimate.
Mm-hmm.
There are other ways to be intimate. Why are you so stuck on that in particular? I'm telling you that I like you, that I'm attracted to you. Now, you do have to show and prove. You definitely have to show and prove. You know what I mean? If you're saying you like her or whatever. But my thing about this, I asked my husband, I said, she must not really be throwing it on him. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. She must really not be throwing it on him. Because I don't know not one man. I don't know none. That if you get it thrown, I'm talking about in the middle of the night, snoring, sleep, and they gonna wake up. She cannot be throwing it on him. She can't be. And if he turning that down, he really real strong. But he definitely do not like her at all. She can't be throwing it at him. She can't be.
She says this. My back like it's a good time. She said this. She said he's asking for intimacy on camera, one way on camera, and he's a different way off camera.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we're getting as viewers, we're getting bit in pieces. We only get the camera view. Oh, and we don't get anything off camera. He's not showing the depth that she wants when it comes to intimacy.
I wonder, is he weirded out by her stomach issues and stuff?
I think that I really do think that's part of it. But yeah, she did say that. She was like, on camera is one thing. And he was like, well, just because it only happens on camera doesn't mean it's not I don't genuinely feel that way. And I'm going to go back to this too. The thing about him sleeping in Von Miller's bed, look, Dr. Pepper liked to spit her drink out. And Pastor Cal laughed. They was like, what? You was pressed to sleep in that man's bed? So it's a twofold thing. You really do look kind of silly that pressed to sleep in another man's bed, but also on the flip side, for a wife, sometimes as spouses, we don't understand why our spouse might get super excited about something and we wouldn't do it, but sometimes you got to go along with it. Like, I don't know. Now, I can't say this because I do watch wrestling with my husband, you know what I'm saying? But I'll use that for example. He might be super excited about meeting this wrestler, and I feel like, but because he's excited, I'm be like, come on, let's go.
Depends on who the wrestler is. Now, if I say I'm meeting Roman Reigns or meeting The Rock,
I'm gonna knock him down.
She probably beat me.
I'm gonna knock him down to go see them. But you know what I'm saying.
But I give example. I brought pro wrestlers to my house before. Right, I have a friend who was a really good pro wrestler, right? And he was a big star, and I brought him to the house. Jackie didn't even stop working. Now,
I don't think I knew that.
Until I came down.
I don't think I knew he was here. I would have stopped. But so it's a twofold thing. you might have to, even though you're like super excited, I understand your spouse don't understand. And you have to explain it some more. And then as the other spouse, you understand. You might not get that excited about knitting, but your wife likes to knit, or maybe your husband likes to knit. And so you just, oh, that is awesome. Look at how you knit that. I don't get it, but you know what? Yes. So, I mean, you know, it's a twofold thing there, but yeah, I just didn't, man, she went from boohoo crying about the first, he thinks I'm going to hell. He's sending me to hell. I mean, when they showed that clip of the way she was crying, and then I actually saw it in the moment, I said, oh my God, her face, I was like, that's what she was talking about when she was crying like that. I mean, her eyes were spaced out there. I was like, she was just shaking. I was like, girl.
Real tears.
Girl.
It's more stuff to be upset about.
Yeah, I mean, and not that it's not to be upset about, but good Lord, she just.
But I think Dr. Pepper said something. Dr. Pepper said something that was key though. If a woman doesn't feel desired sexually, there's not a connection. And so what happens is she's not feeling desirable sexually. And so that's why their connection is messing up. Yeah. If you look at them early on, when she thought it was an opportunity and chance for her to get some from him, their connection was much stronger. Yeah. Now she's pulling away from him because he's not feeling, it's not even about the sex. To me, it's more about being desired and as being feeling sexual, right? It's not necessarily the act. She just wants to, you know what? I need you to desire me. I need you to want me. Now, here's the problem with her. She has to explain to him. He thinks he's doing enough.
Which I don't see how he thinks that.
But explain to him what is not enough, right? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you know, he says, okay, you said rubbing your back. Rubbing your back to him, man, you know what? This might be the fire starter. You know what I'm saying? But for her, rubbing her back don't mean a hill of beans. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm rubbing her back tonight, boy. I'm about to go, woo-wee. And she's like, I don't know what he's doing. I feel good, but I'm about to go to sleep. But, you see what I'm saying? So again, the communication, explain to him, because he's not your last. This is a thing I think nobody's addressed. He's not your last relationship. He's not the other men that you've been with. Mm-hmm. You expected him to be the other guys that you've been with because that's how they treated you and that's how they made you feel. But he's something different. Austin, she's not the woman that you've been with before who allowed you to wait 6 months before you hopped in a sack. This is your wife, and she doesn't want to wait that long. So somewhere you guys have to meet in the middle. And now you're sending mixed signals because y'all do all this talking about sex. And you talk all this, but you never fulfill. You selling wolf tickets. Yeah. And you selling wolf tickets, and there's no action between it. And I think that's where the signals across the mix. She don't feel desirable. And so when she starts feeling desirable, she starts being cranky and giving an attitude. He's like, well, dang, I'm trying. But she ain't respecting the fact that I'm trying. So now both of y'all are two opposite ends.
Yeah. It's just a weird situation with him. Like, I can't sit up here and talk about sex and not be like, all right, man, so at what time do I need to meet you? What time is the meeting in the bedroom? You know, I just can't do that. But I'm just like, bro, you know, she don't feel desired because y'all not having sex. Figure something else out. If you want to be with this girl. If you don't, then keep doing what you're doing. Wait your decision day, say no, move on with your life. But if you truly trying to be with this girl, figure out something else. If you don't want to have sex with her.
Dr. Pepper also said something, and I laughed, but I was like, you know what? I knew somebody who did this. And I don't know if it works for newlyweds. Y'all let me know in the chat. They say they blocked off intimacy time. They blocked off a certain time, day of the week or whatever the case may be, to have intimacy. The guy, he used to be my boss a long time ago, bless his soul. He ain't here neither, so I can tell the story. He said he didn't work on Saturdays. I'm like, you don't never work Saturdays. He said, I don't work Saturdays because that's the time me and my wife scheduled to be intimate. They scheduled Saturday morning. I'm not, each his own. I thought it was kind of like, okay, but at least he knew every week on Saturday
Look,
that he was going to. But
we're gonna be transparent.
But Dr. Pepper says it here. She says there's always something that's blocking intimacy, or sometimes you have to block off some intimacy. In this case, is that something a couple should do? I don't know. Sometimes time works, sometimes time doesn't work. It is what it is.
Listen, this I'm gonna tell you why, because we were fairly newly married.
Yeah, it was like 1 or 2 years. Early.
And so this couple had been married for quite a few years. They had kids. They've worked for some time. So to newlyweds, you thinking, and you don't have no kids, like, why would I block off time?
Yeah.
But the longer we've been married, I was like, it makes sense, because you get busy with kids, you get busy with your job, you are grocery shopping, you have everything else during the day. And so at least in that time, okay, this is the time we have set aside. You can't say you got a headache. You can't say you're too tired. You can't do none of that. Like, let's make a concerted effort that this is our day. It was funny to us, but I'm telling you, the older I got, I was like,
you understood.
I see why.
Yeah.
I see why.
It is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when she said, like, it makes sense to block off, like, again, they blocked off that weekend. She anticipated. It's like, you about to get paid and direct deposits coming. And when you look at your bank account, it ain't there. She was prepared for that. They brought the speakers and everything, and she was hurt. So, I mean, good to see them kind of reconcile during this episode, whatever case may be, and have that discussion. Life be lifing. It is, but life be lifing.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm glad she said that. Mighty Mini 428 said it. Life be lifing. You can't get mad when life be lifing, right? You can't. You got to be mature enough to understand it's not a rejection towards you, and she's taking it personal. And I think that's the problem with Becca. Becca's taking it personal, and it's just life. Life is life, and he's not.
Is it though for them? Like they, it's like y'all still trying to figure it out.
But they're trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out with cameras and production crew and with call times, with all this stuff going on that he has going on. I think so, and her sickness, we really haven't seen her get sick, and we don't know if she's,
because the retreat was like a stomach bug.
Right, retreat stomach. So we don't know if she's still recovering from her surgery or whatnot. And maybe he's like, you know what?
Which side note?
I'm cool with this, but I'm not cool with this.
Speaking of sick, did you notice this when they were in the hot tub? So after they had their their meeting with Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper and everything, later on they went like in the hot tub. And did you notice that she had one of her legs sticking out of the pool?
Nah, I don't think I finished this episode because I'm like, that happened.
She got in there and she had one leg.
In the hot tub?
Yeah, and I was like, how she do that? And she had like a sock or something on. It kind of looked like a compression sock too she had on. I was like, yeah. You saw that, Chocolate Queen? I was like, this is different. I wonder what's going on there. So that just goes back again. I think it's her health issue. Oh, it was a new tattoo she couldn't get wet. Okay.
Our team said Nurse Jackie got activated.
Yeah. Yeah, I be looking, I'm like, what happened? But I was going to say, if it's a health issue, that adds to it. I really do think, and I wonder if we'll ever know, because this is what she said too. I think that he's another one that some things he wants to discuss on camera and some things he doesn't.
Right.
I think they said that in the preview for the next episode. So some things he wants to discuss on camera and some things he doesn't. So, but I'm still thinking it may be a combination of her health issues. It might be a combination of he's intimidated about what she and her friends said about her sexually, and he's not as experienced. And then it's also a combination of why you pressing me? Why you pressing me?
But he said that the more you ask and the more I don't feel like wanting to do it. The more you press me, the more you're up on me, the more you're doing this, it's more like, you know what? I don't want to do nothing no more. Leave me alone. Let me be. So that's all I got for them. Yeah. Anything else, Tommy? On them?
What'd you say?
You got anything else on him?
Nah. I'm trying to. Quiet came over here and did something to my mixer, so
Oh
nah.
man,
Yeah, she did say that, Sharon.
Apparently,
yeah.
I didn't watch the whole episode. I thought I did. 'Cause I don't remember this part. They was in the hot tub.
Yeah, I
uh,
want to deal with
nah,
I want to
that,
deal with this one real quick, and I want you guys in the chat. I want your opinion. What do y'all think about Cameron saying that he wants to say yes on decision day?
that's so
Cameron is
silly.
that is the most foolish
Not
thing.
he wants to. He said if she says
Yeah,
yes,
if she said yes,
then he's gonna do it.
this
Have
goes
they
back
been
to my
talking to each other?
not.
Not really.
I didn't think
Not
so.
really. That
And
was her
he's like,
complaint. She talked to her mom,
Yeah,
and so again, their differences are coming in. So Claire says she's the type that, she's real family oriented. She's a helpful person and she wants to help him through it. But he's the kind of person, kind of like Becca, that's used to going through stuff by himself. He had obviously not a health challenge, but he's used to going through things by himself. And it's like she wants to be there, but I don't really see the need of her being there. But at the same time, if she says yes, I'm gonna say yes.
I don't
And
get
then I want to, speaking of Nurse Jackie, he brought this in too. When he was talking to Brennan at the bar, I was like, got it. So he's got the atrial flutter. So that's like when your heart, it does like this. It doesn't pump like it should. So he's got the atrial flutter. He had the first procedure, but he told Brennan, I've had to keep going back. So they haven't been able to stabilize his heart rhythm. So that's why he's still been apart. He said he's been back and forth in the hospital. So yeah. But I still think that's weird. You talking about if she says yes, I'm gonna say yes.
you won't even let her come visit you.
like why? Why is he gonna say yes?
Just because she said it.
Yo, so I'm like,
Dummy.
I agree with this. They must be getting paychecks for saying yes. Somebody
Somebody
gets a bonus. There's no way in the world these two people should say yes.
They already said no.
Right. And what did you do to improve the yes? Right. What did you do to improve it to a yes? You didn't do anything. She stayed in an apartment because she still wanted to be around everybody else because she's friends with everybody else. Like, what did she actually do? What did you actually do? Y'all didn't communicate. She couldn't even talk to you while you was at the retreat, or she tried to call you when she was at the wedding, and you didn't even answer the phone. Like, yo, like, what are we doing? Somebody say he needs a green card. You know what? You might be right. He might need that. He on a work visa right now.
He's been here for a while though, but yeah,
he might be on a student visa or work visa. Now he needs that card. I can't see them actually saying. And when he said it, even Brennan turned his
like what?
Brennan turned his neck like what?
Brennan looked like I don't care what Emily say.
It's a no for me.
That's a good one, Mighty Minnie 428 for real. What if they ask Cameron first?
He gotta say no. He gotta just be like he gotta say no.
I've said every season around decision day. That's why you put people in two separate rooms.
I wish they would ask them separate.
Be like old newlywed game. You write your answer on the card. You come out. Boom. Like, what's your answer? Boom. Yeah. What's your answer? So they can't even change it. Like, oh man, I was gonna say, because I guarantee you, if they let the old girl go first, if she say yes, he already told you what he gonna do. Somebody in another chat said, yo, he must need them health benefits. The bike shop health insurance ain't working.
Ain't working out. That's the wildest thing, for these folks to say, we need to be separated. But then here it is. I think what's her name? Claire. I think her conscience has gotten to her because he's going through these health issues, and then he's not talking to her. So it's like, oh, I did something to cause this to go on instead of looking at the situation as a whole. He has an issue. He's working through it. I'm finna go on with my life. Now, the thing with him saying yes, I'm like, why? Like, what is your reasoning behind her? If she say yes for whatever reason, she says yes. Why would you say yes in agreement to it to further along and to go 2 more weeks and then be like, nah, this wasn't a good decision? Like, you do realize, like, at some point y'all gonna get a divorce because y'all already divorced each other and not trying to work on the relationship unless they got us all fooled. But I don't watch After Party to say yay or nay on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody said in the chat, yeah, I was gonna point that out too, Sharon, that she did. She basically said, we come to the conclusion that, it's not the marriage thing for us, but like, I want him in my life. So it's like friends. It's a friends thing. Yeah. So I don't think she would. I'm pretty sure she won't say yes.
I'm like this. Somebody said I think somebody said to ABC, I didn't come on here to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
We can be friends and be married. I don't want to be your friend if we divorce. What other times have I had with you? I'm being honest. I know we're always gonna be tied together, but that's not what we're here for. I'm here for a marriage. Let's treat it as a marriage. I want to treat it as marriage. If we get friends, become friends, and still be married, that's fine. But we can have a conversation like every day. If this was on the show, we're talking.
Mm-hmm. Right.
On camera, off camera, we're having a conversation. Like, okay, hey man, how was the day? We're having like deep conversation. What do you think about this? We're not asking where my improvement is at. Like, okay, hey, we're in this 8-week process. The needs are being met. We're gonna try to meet these needs. We're gonna try to do all this. I'm gonna be who I am, be your husband. We're gonna take care of you. I'm gonna provide for you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make this love. We're gonna make this thing work.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I need to adapt? Where do I need to change? Okay, look, this is some adaptation that I need because these needs aren't being met. And nobody's willing to have the hard discussions, the hard conversations. I think the couples that have those hard conversations and hard discussions are the couples that last. And, I'm not mad at you. I don't know you. Let's get to know each other. Okay, you wake up at 8 o'clock. I wake up at 5:30. Okay, I'm too loud in the morning when I get up. After 20, look, let me tell you something. I get up early. We move. I move in the morning. I be moving.
All I'm saying is don't use examples that's so close to home. Don't do that.
Hey, don't get in no trouble, man.
Man,
don't get in no trouble.
I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning. I'll be moving.
And I'm not.
I be moving. But again, those type of discussions we're gonna have because you're standing. We're gonna stay in the same room. I need to know if you snore at night. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what's going on. I like what's old girl Chloe. I need to know if you have panic attacks in the middle of the night. I just need to know these things. So when you sleep in other rooms or you going home, you don't get to know your spouse. And how can you darely say y'all don't even live together? Talking about Cameron and old girl, what's her name again?
Claire.
I feel you.
I'm thinking. I want to say Chloe, but that's Michael. But somebody sees Cameron, y'all don't live together. How are you both gonna say yes? Like, what's gonna make you say yes if there's no connection and there's no bond?
Y'all don't talk to each other.
You don't talk.
Don't talk.
It's not even at least in a long distance relationship, we on the phone. We're FaceTiming, we emailing, we doing something. This y'all live across town and can't even communicate. It's bad. But yeah, he said that Brennan was like, huh? His neck turned. He was like, what? Ain't gonna work, man. Ain't gonna work. Man, let's go to Brennan and Oak. Chocolate Queen, that is bad, man. And I know Claire's name.
I forgot it myself, man. Don't worry.
I
be like, every time I see her on, I be like, why are you still on here?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Lauren and that's how I feel about Lauren and Orion. Like, why are y'all still here?
No, my favorite name for him, O'Lion.
O'Lion.
Lauren and O'Lion.
Were they on this episode?
No.
Oh, okay. I was finna say, man.
If they was on it, I know I fell asleep then. I ain't see. Good Lord.
Hey, your thoughts on Brennan and boy. Emily.
I hate that they are saying, "Oh, things are great now because she gonna bust her head." Like, I feel like that's the dumbest thing in the world because what type of heartless person would not like you went out with this person got hurt and you stay with this person? Why wouldn't this person be like, are you okay? And if he didn't do what he's doing, then it's the dumbest thing in the world, I feel, because I'm like, he's doing what everybody else would do, even if they were roommates, right? If they was not married, just roommates, that roommate would do exactly what he's doing, making sure that you're okay, because you could have died. If you wasn't wearing a helmet, it could have been a lot worse. It's pretty bad what happened. It could have been a lot worse if you wasn't wearing a helmet and he was on the thing with you. He saw it. Oh my God. Like, I don't feel like you give credit for people. Like, you don't give credit for doing stuff you're supposed to do. Like, you like
Human quality, like human care.
Any halfway decent person, like you said, any
that's it.
halfway decent person would take care. Like you said, if it was a roommate, you would do that for your roommate. Oh my gosh, like you hurt yourself. Let me help you out. Yeah. Okay, we're not getting better, except for the fact that he's showing more of a friendship type of thing.
Right.
Because you would do that for your friend.
Right.
Some people, good Samaritans, would do that for somebody on the street too.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think that's what she means, that we're doing better in that. Now I can see him being a friend, because before he just called it being a friend, but now he's genuinely being a friend. I'm making sure she eats, making sure she take her medication. You would have to be a piss poor person, like you said. You would have to be just raggedy. After I had seen you about take your daggone head off, and I'd be like, get your own medicine.
Right. Like,
mop the floor.
What does it take to be a kind human being versus a husband to her? Because like, let's get this straight. They're married. They're not, like, it's a difference between a husband and just a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are married.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to be friends, but there's a next step to it. So it's like, he's just being a good person. Like, he's just being human to another human, in this instance. And she'd be like, oh, it's everything so nice, and decision day is coming up, and I gotta make a decision. That decision should still be made. Like, you don't want to be with this man.
Nope.
It took you to get your head bust open for him to treat you right.
Ain't that terrible?
It took him. It took your head. It took you almost dying.
Death.
But see, this is what I got. I mean, I kind of agree with y'all. Think about it. He's always been a person that he wants to look good on camera. He's not going to make himself look bad in this situation. This is just going to accentuate him looking good, because he's going to make sure at the end of the day that he looks good on camera. And when he looks good on camera, oh, you did all this for her. I can't believe. Because if they ask her first, she's going to say, no, I can't believe, because her girls are talking to the back. I can't believe she said no. You took such good care of her. You did, because let's be honest, prior to her busting her head open, he was talking foolish.
Yeah.
He definitely was not treating her like a friend.
He was treating her like a stranger, right? Oh, but think about this. When they went to the retreat, he like, oh, I'm sleeping in this room. You sleep in that room.
Off the rip.
Soon as they walked to the door, right? Soon as they walked to the door, he like, yo, we can go to different parts. We here, but you go over there, I go over here, and we can call it a day. And she playing the trip. She playing like all the fun stuff. He didn't play none of that stuff. He goes along to get along because he don't want to look bad on television.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking too, he don't. Okay, for one, that's what he wanted to do anyway. He don't want to look bad on TV. Then let's take into consideration that they just pulled the tape and said, what kind of person are you? What kind of person did you want? So he really is not going to let out loyal and this and that. So, now he really going to come through now.
Yeah.
I got to do this. I got to do this now.
Because again, it's about the optics, right? The optics of it is that he doesn't want the other guys to make him look. He doesn't want to look a certain way in front of the other guys, which you already know. They already know how he is. He doesn't want to look a certain way in front of the girls, which they already know who they are, how he is. And so, because can you imagine him coming back to that? Can you imagine him coming back to that retreat, and she still be in the hospital, and him come back without her?
Ooh-wee.
No. No, it's all bad if he did that.
Yeah.
All
So,
bad.
and how they would rip him a new one, how like the world will rip him a
You
new one.
left her at the hospital. What's
The
wrong with
men
you?
would
Right.
rip him a new one. Man,
Yes,
you wrong for that. You know, like most times men will let things, men will see things and they'll just wait their time. But you know you're pretty bad if a man speaks out on something that
Mhm.
you've done. You really effing up at that point.
Yeah,
You
we can
know.
hold you accountable.
Yeah. But it's like, bro, like he's I can't give him any shake for that. I
No,
can't
No,
like you're
no.
and I
doing what
think,
you're supposed to do as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
and she has to understand that too. But I think she wants him.
She
She wants
gets
him.
it.
She gets it, but she wants him to be that guy so bad. Because remember, what's keep coming back in my mind is this is her first serious relationship. She has no clue.
And I think she lying about that. Like my personal, like just selfish opinion about that is she's lying. Like she's had to have. She's what? She's in her 30s, right, or late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
She's had to have some type of relationship, like a high school boyfriend, a college boyfriend, just a guy you dated for several months that you exclusively dated. Like you're too old not to have that had happened. I feel like, and if it's true, then I don't know. Like
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
something got to be wrong with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like this. Let's just look at it, right? That he wasn't treating her right before the accident. Then when the accident happened, she got shaved head, the face all swole. She's not she's not attractive as she was, like because she's swollen and all this stuff and got stitches everywhere and stuff like that. And it's like, why would he even be more attracted to her now than he was before? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
So
he's taking her to the doctor, letting her stitches taken out. He's doing all that.
yeah, you got to be extra careful with her now more than you had to before. So it's like, oh my God. Like,
Somebody,
I just don't
somebody said,
like you.
somebody said they trauma bonding
Mm.
because of the
Yeah.
trauma. Because of the trauma
Yeah.
they're going through, they're trauma bonding. Y'all think that's a possibility?
I do.
I mean, yeah, it's a possibility, but that's stupid too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, both of us, I'll go through this and you was there. Like, come on, man. Only thing is, I hope decision day she go. It's not a long drawn out thing. I just hope she say no. It's not gonna work for me, and I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hope she said she out too, but I think,
I think
but
I'm
what
gonna
keeps,
rewatch this
but,
episode.
but what's,
He'll never say it. If you ask me,
yeah, that's what
she
I'm
gonna
about to say.
have to go first. He'll never say it because remember, let's flash back again. Brennan is the divorce is not an option person. So if she
Yeah,
say
yeah.
no, then he'll have to get along. Well, she said no, and I didn't say it. She did, and I want
Mm-hmm.
to do whatever you're comfortable with, Emily. I'm gonna go with whatever you say. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that.
I mean, even that, will he be the type of person that don't sign off on the papers?
No, he gonna sign it.
Nah, he gonna sign.
He
He
gonna
gonna
sign
have to
it.
get out of that because it makes him look like a bad person
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on camera because they
Yeah.
gotta come back and do the where are they now and the reunion part and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
don't know, man. It's just you just can't clap for a person that's doing what they're supposed to do. I don't
Mm-mm.
think so. Like just being genuine human.
And then on the flip side, I was just thinking about this from Emily's side. I almost would kind of feel like, no, don't take care of me now. Don't be
Right.
nice now. Don't don't be nice now. You kind of want, but she not gonna do it because she kind of soaking it up. She liking it. He mopping the floor
How
and
she get so excited about that? I did see that part. I was like, bruh, you supposed to be cleaning up anyway.
Mama, check.
hello.
Y'all don't get it right. Check it out. He wasn't staying there.
He wasn't.
I really believe that he wasn't staying there until he was getting ready to go on this retreat. That I really believe that he went home and stayed home, or he was staying somewhere real big. So now he's there with her 24/7. It's like, oh, you with me? Oh, you mopping the floor?
He only with her so if she wake up and take her next dose of meds.
You cleaning up? Like really, I think he's with her because of the condition. If it wasn't for the condition, he may not be there. I mean, they were using separate singles. He comes over when he just filmed. He wouldn't be the first person. Remember from Zach and Hurricane K? They would come to the apartment for both of them just to film.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. So I don't think Brennan was staying there with her.
No.
I think Brennan, after the accident, like, oh, dang, I got to be here with her now because she can't go nowhere. I mean, I can't.
Yeah, she can't do anything, right?
Yeah, she can't.
I don't think she's able to drive.
She still has to watch. She can't do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
She can't have her head down. Yeah, she's got to rest and take it easy.
So he's there by default, not out of love or necessity. Because again, I keep going back to prior to this, y'all just friends. So what made you? And she does. What made you fall in love with her now? Why she looking like? I can't. I'm gonna say it. And she said it. She said, "Why she looking like Frankenstein? Why she look like the bride of Frankenstein or the bride of Chucky? How are you gonna fall in love with her now?
You're not. You're not.
It ain't that kind of love anyway.
You're not, right? Because you're not that type of person.
No.
If he was like the lovey-dovey type, like he was a lovey-dovey type, all that prior to the accident, they was doing on the upward tick and everything was good, and this accident happened, and he just went super. I'm like, you know what? He gets it, right?
Yeah.
He don't get it. That's just my opinion.
No, he's just what he proved is he wasn't a terrible human being. That's all he proved. He wasn't the worst human being in the world. So, I just wish they stopped playing with us.
Yeah, I wish they stopped playing with us too. They're playing with us, playing with our emotion, and I think they keep doing stuff in production, putting him in situations so he can show his kindness.
Man, I feel like this with this season. Cut the cameras. Take me off. Take me off. Cut the cameras.
I want to get off this ride.
For real. Stop. Y'all, all these couples are a freaking mess.
They need to accept
a freaking mess.
They need to accept the fact.
Just shut it down. Shut it down. You know what? We messed it like deep. Yeah. We admit it. We admit it. These couples are a freaking mess.
Since they gave us a long season.
I don't want to do this no more.
They gave us a long season last time. They should cut this one short.
But they're not though. Yeah. They're not though. It's going to be just as long.
I know it's going to stay long because we got to see Chloe. We got to see a couple episodes of Chloe and Michael just by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's going to be long and boring.
But I think they'll show other people. But I think the main focus will be on Chloe and Michael.
Yeah, they're like this season started off interesting, and by the second or third, y'all need to get that.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Let me tell you what happens.
Yo, it is the school who are calling. They'll call every phone you have or every Sunday evening to notify you of what is going on for the week. So when you cut your cell phone off, or I stop my phone, it rings the house. Then it rings Jackie's phone. Then it rings my watch. I have a son who graduates in May, and I'm so glad these phone calls are stopped.
Because we got two different schools calling too.
Yeah.
So when they call cell phone, house phone, my cell phone. Matter of fact, they call the kids' cell phones too.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Don't worry, Tommy. Your time is coming.
I know it.
Your time is coming.
I know it, man. No, they this season did not pan out the way that they thought it was going to. Had potential, but you still got a house phone, right?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what.
Where else you think we're gonna let these
schools call?
No, not the schools. You know, that's where all our spam calls go to. Or you know how you sign up for stuff in the store. Do you want to sign up for this or that? Or I give him the house phone number because I'm not answering.
And another reason I'm an old school person, the reason I still have a house phone is this.
We've lost electricity and not been able to call nobody.
When electricity goes out, the house phone still works. Y'all have to go sit in the car for about an hour or two to charge that bad boy up. I don't have to call. I can stay at home and still use the phone. That's why I still have the house phone.
Yep.
Okay. The house phone doesn't need electricity to run.
That is hilarious, though. By the way, but now they call like y'all need to get that. This was episode what 18? How many 18. episodes? How many episodes?
It goes up
I don't have my phone.
It goes to 20 something.
Yeah,
it's like
it goes to 20 something.
23, 24. We get the whole extra stuff.
No, it's not a rotary phone.
It's not a rotary phone.
That would be hilarious.
It's a cordless phone.
I ain't got that.
Hey, no correction. We have a cord because the cordless phone will go out too because that's plugged up.
Yeah.
But we do have one that's just plugged into the jack.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
But it's not rotary.
It's not rotary. It's not rotary at all.
If I had a rotary one, it would just be for vintage, just because even the rotary phones now, they got them. You still push the number. It got the thing, but it don't spin. Until I get them just because.
Until we got our 10-year-old a cell phone, we cannot find the cordless phone because she'll be using it all the time.
Really?
Call.
Yeah. Oh, she called everybody. She calls everybody.
She call her auntie who's on here right now, and she can attest to this.
She cat. She calls our cat on the house phone.
She'll call my mom on the house phone. She call my dad on the house. She'll call all her cousins on the house. Until we got our own phone, but it's fine.
I remember using the house phone and just talking on it and then trying to, your mom will jump on. Hey, I gotta use the phone.
Yeah.
Like,
look, this is. I wish they go back. I want my kids to use the house phone. At least I can monitor conversations. You can't use your cell phone in a room. I need to know who you're talking to and what you're talking about. I need to know who you're talking to. Because when you had the phone, the phone was at the house, right in the kitchen. You had to sit at the kitchen table. You had a long cord.
You had the long cord. You had to walk around.
Yeah.
But mama knew what was going on. Mm-hmm. Now you go keep going in the room. You don't know what that conversation is about.
Yeah.
I used to wonder, like, I just thought about it too. Like, I used to, how you used to record the tape on the radio, get the little R&B song you want. You in the I used to be in the room on the phone, playing my little tape, talking to a little chick or whatnot. I used to wonder, like, does my mama hear this? Like, is she like, what is going on in her head right now? Man. I ain't got the tape playing, got me, doing my thing and stuff like that.
Oh man, but that's Married at First Sight, man. It's a craziness going on. Becca's tired and upset. She had enough with Austin. You have Cameron, who's delusional about staying together. You have Claire that just wants to be friends, and everybody wants to be friends.
Right.
Everybody wants to be friends. Nobody wants to be lovers because you got Brennan who just want to be friend. You go Orion who just wants to talk to somebody again when he's on camera, and you got Chloe who wants to go home. So do we have any real couples or married people on this show?
Can I say this real quick though? Here's the other thing that we're forgetting. So it's Married at First Sight, and if you really think about arranged, I think we've gotten away from this thinking. Mm-hmm. So Married at First Sight is like an arranged marriage. In arranged marriages, you don't have the romantic, you don't necessarily have the lovey feelings right there. And so these people are coming into Married at First Sight thinking that's how it is, but that's not how it is. And so when they don't feel that, then they're out. Then they just want to be friends. But yeah. But if we had somebody on was it what's the one that was married to Bow? Johnny. Was Johnny the one that had the grandparents that was in an arranged marriage?
Yes.
And he said that, you in an arranged marriage, it don't start like that because you don't know the person. Mm-hmm. But you take the time and you can grow to that. I think that's the part that they might need to remind them of is Married at First Sight. And the experts need to keep that in mind too. It's Married at First Sight, just like an arranged marriage. So you can act like you're married, but they're not necessarily going to jump in and sack right away. They're not necessarily going to, so.
I'm not asking anybody to jump in the sack right away unless you give it both of y'all giving sexual attention. He's giving sexual attention to Becca, and he's pulling away. If he said, you know what, he would have flat out. And I think it's not even the fact that he won't have sex with her. It's the fact that he won't explain to her why he's not having sex with her, and he doesn't say why.
Yeah.
All right. Most women will let you know, we're not going to have. Most women will let you know we're not having sex because X, Y, Z. I don't want to do this on camera. I want to wait till I know you for 8 weeks. I don't do this regularly. He's not saying why. And I think he's sending mixed signals. When you send mixed signals, you have accidents and crashes take place. So, and they're crashing right now.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Well, that's what we got. Tommy, what y'all got coming up, man? What's next on Love Brew coming up next weekend, man?
Love Brew podcast, which we talked about. What's the girl? The 52 story thing.
Lord, that Risa Tessa something. I can't remember.
Risa Tessa. That was a crazy story. We talked about that yesterday. Artika want to do some like review show, so I'm still working on my Black History facts because I fell off for like a week. So y'all gonna get these 29 facts, but you might get them all in a matter of 3 days. So we're gonna see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, we that's what we got.
Yeah, that's it. We just working on I got put out a Ready to Love. Been behind because of wrestling schedule. But I got to catch on some of that stuff and then put some more stuff out. And you'll see more content coming out shortly. For the next couple of months, I don't have any other sports, so I got time to just film. So I got some time. I got some time to film. My sports season is over right now, so for a while. So I got some time to do some content. So try to get as much content as I can, and we see how things move. All right, Chocolate Queen, please, we'll see you on the 10th. And again, if you want, drop your link to your podcast channel in the chat so people can go subscribe. We'd love to subscribe to it. Hit up, love supporting other people. So make sure you, speak of supporting other people, go check out Chloe Johnson, check out Little Black Book if you're not subscribed to them. Check out any of your favorite African-American podcasters, Talisa Ray, any of your African-American podcasters that you like. Go ahead and check them out. Hit the subscribe button, hit their bell notification so you don't miss any of their reviews or any of ours. Check out everybody.
Check out our families, the family.
The family.
All
check
of
us. Check out all of us, right? And keep staying tuned to all of us as we keep bringing you content each and every week. I think I might just go binge watch Love Is Blind and do that too. So
I'm not gonna do that. I just finished the Avatar, the last Airbender.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
My daughter's watching that.
Yeah.
Our daughter's watching that. I didn't do it by myself. Our daughter's watching that.
Yeah. So I used to watch the cartoon and the real part came out. So I was like, let me check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, thank y'all for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Appreciate you.
Peace.
And peace. Stay up.
Peace.